Hello and welcome to In Stitches. Just a very quick one today, an update on the little 81K73 Serger 3-thread overlocker industrial. Just the head only. I've done a video on the servicing of this machine. If you'd like to go and have a look at that, I'll leave the link in the description down below. But just a quick update today about the blade. If you've watched that video, you would have seen that the little screw here, I'll get you in closer in a second, this little screw hole in the holder here, or the actual screw itself, was stripped and I couldn't get the blade to cut. So I've repaired it. I haven't quite finished the job, but I thought that I'd at least show you where I'm at the moment. So I'll get you in close here. So here we have the blade set up here. I've gone ahead and found another screw. The thread in the hole here was actually in pretty good condition. It was the screw itself which was stripped. I think I've got it here somewhere. Yeah, this is the screw. And, you know, the screw itself is looking pretty well stripped there. So the threads there are not in good condition. Anyway, I got another screw here. Now you'll notice it's very long. That's just because that's the way it came. I will go ahead and trim, you know, this down to length here, but I thought at least this is good enough just to do a test here to make sure the blade's working here. So I went ahead and assembled the blade here, and I just wanted to do a test cut here just to show you. Now to remove the mechanism here, basically because this was loose anyway, the whole carrier here, this whole bar that holds the top knife here, that was loose, and I could literally just pull that out through, you know, through the holder here, and then I could, you know, remove this little clamp here. And I just went and found a screw that, you know, threaded into the hole nicely, and I've just reinstalled it back in here and tightened down the screw. Now there's a couple of things when you're adjusting upper blades like this on a machine like this here, is you have to, when the screw here is loose, you can pivot the blade, you know, back and forward. Yeah, so basically you have to make sure that the angle is correct so that when you're turning the machine, the top blade comes down, you know, and meshes correctly with the lower blade without hitting this here, or without hitting the front of this cutout here on the throat plate here. And you also have to set the depth of the cutting. So pretty much rule of thumb is that when you set the blade here, the top blade, you set the lower blade parallel with the top surface of the throat plate here, and then when you adjust the top blade down, when it's at its lowest position, this point here at the front of the blade should, as a general rule, come down 1 millimeter past the top surface of the bottom blade, so that they, you know, complete that sort of scissor action, if you like. But not only that, there also needs to be a little bit of clearance here to allow the spring pressure on here to force the top blade against the lower blade down here. And, you know, if there's no clearance here, effectively the spring will be pushing against this side of the clamp here. So that's all looking good there. And if I do a test cut here just on some thread, show you the cutting there, just like that, nice and clean. Okay, so this machine is pretty much all set to go. Oh yeah, apart from the fact we don't have a table for it at this stage, or a motor. But yep, the machine head itself is ready to you know, position onto a table and connect a belt up to the motor and run the machine. I'll go ahead and install the presser foot here, and that's just a matter of making sure that the position of the foot there is correct as far as the sideways adjustment is concerned, and then tightening the mounting screw there. So that's it pretty much for this one. As say, it was a short one, so I'll go ahead and cut this to length here. I will tighten up the mounting screw there for this, and we'll be all set to go. Thank you as always to my patrons on Patreon, and a special thanks to my new patron Matt Herman. Welcome aboard, Matt, and thank you very much for your support. You get access to early release content, so keep an eye out for some of those videos coming up. And of course, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.